Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs. This podcast is supported by Lulu. Did you know 37% of creators surveyed by The Tilt this year said that one of the top 3 most profitable ways to monetize their content is with a book? Turning your best performing content into a printed book with Lulu has never been easier. Lulu's e-commerce plugins allow you to sell directly to your fans from your site while they handle all the printing and shipping. You keep all your customer data and 100% of your profits. Create a free account today at lulu.com. I like to download audiobooks for my long runs. Now, don't get me wrong, I love to listen to music while I run, generally hip-hop, but I don't feel it's an efficient use of time, to be honest. So over the past few years, I've listened to a number of amazing audiobooks. Billy Summers by Stephen King was outstanding. Novelist as a Vocation by Haruki Murakami is a must-read for any writer. And Fairy Tale by Stephen King got me through the majority of my marathon training, 22 hours on 1.1 times speed. Now, on the last purchase, I decided to mix things up a bit. I downloaded Seth Rogen's book, Yearbook. To be honest, I didn't have high expectations, but I wanted an autobiography that wasn't 30 hours long, and Seth's 6 hours did the trick. Not only was I pleasantly surprised, I loved it. I've listened to multiple passages more than once. Seth is an excellent narrator who has also mixed in a number of celebrity voices during dialogue scenes. Now, one section has a perfect message for content entrepreneurs, and I want to share it. Seth is talking about his stand-up career. I had no idea that Rogen began doing stand-up in Canada in his early teens. On one occasion, Seth, then 16, was doing a showcase for amateurs to win a spot for a Canadian comedy festival. Now, unbeknownst to Seth, Jerry Seinfeld was in town preparing for a special and was due to go on immediately before Seth. Of course, Jerry crushed it beyond Seth's belief. Reluctantly, Seth went on stage talking about bicycle cops and bombed. He didn't make it into the festival, and he felt horrified. The next week, Seth went on stage again, talking about bicycle cops and crazy glue. And he gets off stage, and a comedian named Daryl Lennox confronts him, basically saying this: "What the heck are you doing talking about bike cops and crazy glue?" Now, Seth asked him what he meant by that. Daryl said, "You are 16 years old. You need to be talking about the stuff that only you can talk about. Anybody can talk about bike cops and crazy glue." Then he asked Seth, "So what do you do on weekends?" Seth responds, "I try to buy beer and sneak into strip clubs." Daryl says, "You need to write about that." He then asks, "You got a girlfriend?" Seth says, "No, I wish. I had one, but I got dumped after 3 days." To this, Daryl laughs and says, "You need to be doing that on stage. Only you can talk about that stuff. Just do that." Now, this was a pivotal moment in Seth's career, as young as he was. From that point, he did start to talk about the things that happen in life that only he could talk about. That led to a movie called Superbad in 2007, which just happened to do over $170 million at the box office, one of the best comedic returns on budget of all time. Such a great lesson, but often we get caught on what we think we should be writing or podcasting or YouTubing about. That's where your content tilt comes in. First, you match up what makes you special and unique with what your audience's needs are. That sweet spot mixture paves the way for true differentiation. Now, we've all been where Seth was at, and we can all do what Seth has done. What makes you, you? Well, you need to be writing about that. Good luck.